Hello and welcome to Beyond Just Money. My name is Samta and today with me I have Miss Nidhi Sinha as our guest speaker. Now Nidhi is the GM for Kalkine Media and she particularly focuses on UK and the Canadian market. Welcome Nidhi to Beyond Just Money. Well Nidhi, as you're aware that Canada's housing market is red hot with prices of new homes as well as existing real estate climbing new highs. Now, the frenzied activity happening in Canadian housing market has got attention and is a proof of intense demand in the market. So today we will be evaluating what's causing this boom and where is it headed. So Nidhi, without wasting any time, let's get on to the question. What are you making of this rising housing prices in Canada?
You're absolutely right, Samta. The Canadian housing market is really red hot. How people are looking at it is some are saying that the demand has really outpaced supply, but others are really warning of a bubble too. But in the pandemic era, the surge in housing prices has really put a question on everyone's mind as to what is behind this surge. So after a drastic drop in sales in April 2020, that was last year, the housing market suddenly started rebounding. And it witnessed a surge which came as a surprise to most people. If you look at the figures, Samta, the national average sale price of a home in Canada was up by a whopping 25% this February compared to the same month in 2020, just before the COVID-19 health emergency kind of struck, according to the Canadian Real Estate Association. What's more, Samta, whether it is new or existing properties, there are just no signs of slowing down. There are several reasons that are actually behind these rising prices, and these range from low mortgage rates, increased household savings to intense demand.
Certainly, Nidhi, and with several reasons to the current housing bubble, where do you see it is headed?
The real estate business takes up a larger share of the Canadian economy when you compare it to any developed country. Plus, it also soaks up a large share of the investment capital. So the Canadian housing market started the year 2021 by posting annual gains of 30% across the country. So this index, which is tied to the price of new homes, it actually rose 7% year on year in February, which means compared to last year in February. Higher building costs, low interest rates, and strong demand for homes with more space given the COVID situation continue to push prices for new housing higher. In contrast, the mortgage interest cost index fell 5.4% year on year in February this year. That was following a 4.3% decrease in January. As more Canadians kind of renewed or initiated their mortgages at historically low interest rates. So increase in housing prices are really driven by low interest rates, and whether it is going to cool down post the pandemic is really a thing to watch out for, Samta.
Certainly, Nidhi, and if we talk about the areas, so which areas do you see the prices rising the most?
If you look at the CREA's latest release, Samta, it shows that the escalation in housing prices is far more pronounced in Ontario than in other provinces. Year-on-year price increases were 4% in Calgary, 6.9% in Vancouver, and 18.4% in Montreal. But if you see in general, prices in the East have heated up far more than elsewhere, which suggests that should regulators be tempted to act, provincial and local governments, they might be better placed to devise interventions such as a land transfer tax, which is sensitive to their local market circumstances.
Sure, Nidhi, and if I may want to ask that, what are the advantages of investing in the Canada real estate? What would you say?
Well, when it comes to Canada, property buyers have a lot of advantages, Samta. So to start with, the way real estate is taxed in the country is quite investment friendly. And you don't have to be a Canadian citizen to be able to buy a property here. Also, Samta, the prices, they are much more affordable in Canada when compared to European destinations like, say, Paris. Falling interest rates and the need for bigger houses with people working from home in the wake of COVID-19 are other reasons that are evoking a lot of interest in the Canadian housing market.
That's absolutely right, Nidhi. And you just mentioned that the rates that have really, the interest rates that have fallen. And of course, since people are working in their houses because of the COVID situation, we see that there is a kind of interest with people who are looking to buy their own property and settle out. So let's see where all of this goes. And I would like to thank you again, Nidhi, for being here with us and throwing some light and for sharing your thoughts with our listeners.
Thanks, Amta. This is definitely an interesting area for the investors to look at right now.
Thank you so much, Nidhi. And for all you people who are thinking to invest in the Canadian property and in real estate, do not forget to listen to this podcast again. And if you want to listen to more of these interesting podcasts, please log on to kalkinemedia.com, or you can even subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a lot of videos over there that would certainly interest you. Until we see you next time with yet another insightful episode of Beyond Just Money, this is Samta signing off. And till then, as we always say, stay apprised and invest wise with Kalkine, your best guide.